Two, one. Okay, we are live. Okay, so
Hello?
welcome to first
Hey.
class.
Hear you. Okay.
Hey, all right, Candace. Right on, right as we started. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay, we're gonna start. Maybe Risha will come back. She was the first one in here, and then she logged out. But hey, welcome to class. This is J560. My name is Ben Reisinger. I'm the professor, managing online public relations, and it's going to be a fun semester. Social media is awesome. PR is awesome. You guys are communicators. So let me just first introduce myself. My name's Ben. You can call me Ben. I actually was in the program that you are in 3, 4 years ago now. And so I'm a graduate. I love IUPUI. I loved going to school there. It was awesome. And right when I was going to school there, we had the first type of this class. And then after I graduated, they asked me to come in and teach the class and then kind of evolve it and make it into what it is today, which is a weekly online chat. And then you guys, it's basically a self-guided class for you guys to do, and I help out and things like that. So I'm a PR guy. I work for a company called Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation Hospital. You see my bright orange shirt here. I kind of look like a pylon a little bit. And it's a rehabilitation hospital in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And so I'm 4.5 hours north of Indianapolis. I love Indianapolis, and we'll see when maybe I'll get back down there someday. But for right now, I'm up here. I'm running the digital media and helping out with like the website, all social media, and just basically the PR plans for an entire rehabilitation health system up in Grand Rapids. It's kind of like a regional rehab system. So that's what I do. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, everybody's cool. I was just checking real quick to make sure that anybody didn't have any questions. So again, I'm a PR guy. I graduated with my undergraduate from Anderson University, and then obviously IUPUI for my master's degree. And I love the digital media realm. I mean, it's awesome. What social media has brought to today's landscape in like a communicator's role and a public relations person's role is absolutely fantastic. Hey, welcome back, Risha. Here. All right, cool. You're with us, right, Risha? Oh, there she goes. Okay,
Yeah.
she's with us.
Hi, I'm
Okay.
sorry. My
Oh, no, you are with
laptop
us. Okay,
just ran
cool.
out of battery.
No, it's cool. All right, so social media, it is. It's evolved. It's transformed the way that we communicate. Okay, you'll tell here I'm a fanboy as I drink out of my Superman glass, and you see my some of my toys and things like that in the background. So it's pretty cool. I represent. There's my Colt scarf up there, so you can. I love the Indianapolis Colts still. They're my team. Hadn't been the best year for us though. So that's me. And again, I got into digital media. I used to do a thing in Indianapolis called Do It Indie. And Do It Indie was a web-based platform show that we did a weekly 5-minute roundup of the coolest things to do in Indianapolis. And then we were on Fox 59 WXIN on Tuesday mornings and Saturday mornings talking about the fun stuff in the community, the local stuff, things like that. And when that happened, I really dove into social media. Now it's been almost 7 years from the start and inception to Do It Indie, and it amazed me how you could really communicate with people and how you could do it differently than ever before, and how when done right, it really is an amazing thing, and it just grows and grows. So I want you guys to introduce yourself, everybody that's here. I'm just going to start with the person that's left of me, and that's Valerie. So Valerie, tell us about you. What's your major here, and tell us about what you think about social media, and then I'll just go down the line.
Okay. Well, my name's Valerie Vasquez. I know all of them. We've had good classes together in the past. Currently, I'm a PR major. I'm gonna graduate in May with my master's, so that's exciting.
Woo!
And yeah, and originally, when I thought of social media was that it was very good as far as professional goes. I really never used any of my platforms, not even like I told you, half of them, like Instagram or Pinterest or anything like that, because one, I didn't know what they were, and two, I didn't think they were necessary. So
Sure.
this has really like opened up my social media platform, I guess. So it's all very new to me, but I'm getting the hang of it. And I think I hope I could use it in a professional way and maybe in a personal way later on, as time goes on.
Oh, that's awesome, and that's exactly what we're going to do in this class. We're going to talk about it, personally, how you can use it to help brand yourself, and then also professionally, and then how the paid thing of behind social media, because the free ride is over. All right, Taylor, hi.
Hi. I was a sports communications major at IU and worked in PR for about 10 years and recently have gotten into fundraising, which is a whole different realm, but decided I wanted to go back to PR. And now that I'm not traveling with my job nonstop for the first time ever, I thought, well, might as well do this master's thing. So, yeah, here I am. I do enjoy social media. There's certain platforms I prefer to others. So this will make me use more additional platforms.
Sure. Right on. Cool. All right. Thank you. And all right, Risha.
Hi everybody. I think I believe I know all of you guys, including Candice Payne, Taylor, and Valerie. When I've been with them, in all, I've studied with them in some of the courses. So this is my last semester. I'm graduating in summer.
Right.
I'm really excited. And social media, I haven't done much of social media before, but I'm really excited because that's why I've taken up this class, because I really want to get into social media, because that's one thing I believe PR just kind of hangs on social media. I think it's very important for a PR person to just to learn social media and to know that, right? So that's why I'm here in this class, and I'm really looking forward to learn a new subject totally.
Nice, nice. And you are right. Again, if you're a communicator, if you're a PR person, if you're a journalist of any type, okay, they all use social media now. So it's like kind of your best friend. I still believe social media is a tactic, but in theory, I believe social media is kind of, and we'll get into this, evolving and changing things. All right, and Candace, hey.
Hi. I'm Candace. I know everyone in the class as well. I will graduate in May. Woohoo! I've worked in education as well as sports PR like Taylor. I think that social media is branching off and becoming just a monster of its own. I've seen several of the professional teams that I've worked with start their own social media team. And so you have a social media management and all of that monitors, and it's not just something that's kind of left by the wayside. I believe that you can have two separate platforms of it. You can have your own personal branding, and then you also represent a company or an entity that you're working for. And so this class will be interesting to push me beyond the boundaries of the 4 or 5 that I currently use to examine and just kind of learn what else is out there and what else is available.
No, that's cool. Yeah, and you're right. Well, whoever you kind of, if you do it right, in my opinion, whoever you kind of work for, whoever, is your organization or your nonprofit or whatever, you embrace them a little bit in social media, and yeah, it kind of becomes a little bit a part of your brand. So that's cool. Right on. All right. I'm not going to tell you guys anything else more about me right now. You guys can Google me if you want, but just again, I used to be big in the Indianapolis media landscape, and kind of like you guys, I decided, hey, I'm kind of here right now, and let's get my master's degree. It took me 3.5 years to do it, but I was working full time, and I was working with Fox 59 and doing a web show at the same time. So it was really cool, and we were doing our show, and Do It Indie is still there, and I want you guys to know that. If you look up Do It Indie or go to doitindy.com, they've actually just changed formats. My former co-host, he now, along with our music guy, they turned it into a local music type of weekly show, and they work out of the Grove House in Fountain Square now, and so it's pretty cool. So if you guys are into local, music of all types within the Indianapolis area and the Midwest, check out Do It Indie. Okay. But Do It Indie was around when the Super Bowl came, and that was a few years ago now. And when the Super Bowl came, I got to do This was what kind of solidified it for me with social media. I got to work with the Department of Homeland Security. Basically, there was a task force, and there were basically 2 or 3 of us, and we were charged with monitoring social media and making sure that everything was kosher online and monitoring the traffic coming in and out of the Indianapolis area, and looking for trends or looking for negative stuff or positive things. And if something would have happened, we would have helped disseminate. And thank you, nothing did happen. But if something bad would have happened, we would help disseminate messages within the local and the regional social media sites. And it was a lot of fun. It was pretty intense. We got like a big badge, and we went to this thing called the JIC, which was down underneath the State House, right in the middle of downtown Indy. In this room, and it had all these big screens on it and stuff. But that's how serious, and that was in 2013, 2012, 2012. So it'll be 4 years ago here this Super Bowl, and it just shows you how serious it is and how real it is to people. So that was really besides Do It Indie, that was the second thing that just solidified it in my mind that no matter again what you do, who you are, if you work in communications, any type of whatsoever, you have to harness the power of social media. You have to use it, and you have to have fun with it. Man, it's fun, guys. My job is to go to work all day and play with social media and go take pictures and take this handy-dandy, trusty iPad with me everywhere that I go, in case something happens or this or that, and I can control our website from this, and we also have a webmaster that I can call up on this. We're all on Apple platforms, so I can FaceTime somebody, if need be, at the last minute. It's pretty cool. I love it. I love it. It's fun. So let's talk class. You guys should have started doing social media posts. You should have sent me a Microsoft Word document with your handles on it, okay, and your WordPress site, things like that. If you have not, please do so ASAP. Okay, I'm not going to read the syllabus like some profs do again. You guys, man, this is a graduate class. You can check it out and you can read it and go through it. I just want to go over a few things. The first one, with course content and readings, sometimes all you will be doing is reading blogs on your own and this and that. Sometimes I might send you an on-course just PDF to read like a white paper for the week, or something like that, okay? But you have to pick a book, okay? So you have to do a book report. All these books are awesome, okay? Especially for what we do. I told you there my favorites are number 2 and number 6. Number 2 is kind of an old book. It's from 2012. That was the book that I actually did my book report on for this same class 4 years ago, okay? And I just, again, putting the public back in public relations, and this guy named Brian Solis, he is still a player in the industry, and he really explains how, especially at that time, think about it 4 years ago, I mean, it was so new really to the kind of the business landscape, and it was still a lot freer and a lot more open than it is today because, again, you have to pay to play. It's almost like radio and television advertising now online, but we'll get into that stuff later. So pick a book. In number 6, the content code, Mark Schaefer, that guy is a class act. We will actually have him on class. We will have guest lecturers come on during class a few times during the semester because all they need is a laptop here or a device with the Google Hangout app on it, and they can log on and say hey and have fun. So pick a book. All the books, they're not in a bookstore. Just buy them on Amazon, or you can get them electronic. They're all electronic too because it's the digital age. So you guys can choose whichever one you want to do that on. Mm-hmm. Again, your handles, okay? And in order for a post account, I cannot reiterate this enough, and this is how I search them. I use my Hootsuite, my Sprout Social to go in and do my big mega searches on you guys. You have to use the hashtag J560. It's going to become your friend. A lot of people tell me, oh my gosh, I'm going to spam my people or this or that, or I want to create a new account. Seriously, I mean, it's a part of the class. You guys have to use your personal, accounts. You have to use the accounts.
I have a question about that.
I'm sorry?
I have a question.
Yes.
And I guess I should address this when it's not going to be recorded live on YouTube. But I have a personal reason as to why mine are private, and I was wondering if the fact that I allow you to follow me would suffice for making them public.
I wrote you an email. We'll talk about that offline. I wrote you back on Encourse.
Okay, I'll have to check it. I didn't receive
Yeah,
it.
we can do that, okay, and
Okay.
we'll talk about that. But yeah, again, the class, you really can't make new handles for class, okay? And the reason being is you have to have your connections. You have to have your community. I mean, you can do it. It's not going to do you guys any good. You can just, do the posts and put them on there. And a lot of people, have never, each semester I have people that have never been public, too. They've had private accounts. And once they've gone public and, after about, 3, 4, 5 weeks, they're starting to get it, and again, guys, it seems like a lot right now. I know you might be going, whoa, post overload, but hey, it is absolutely doable, and it's easy. It'll be like secondhand nature and stuff. And what I tell everybody, okay, now, put a post on Facebook, put a post on Twitter, put a post on your LinkedIn, and just say, hey, I'm in this digital media class, and you're going to be seeing a lot of J560. And even tell people, say, it's going to be good content. So if you're a communicator or a PR person or, a journalist, maybe some of this information that I'm going to be sharing is relevant to you, okay? So there you go. And again, we'll talk, Candace, we'll talk offline. Okay, so all social media posts, I put it in red at the bottom, must occur in the week they're assigned, okay? You can't just pull them up. I've had students do it before, forget, and then for 4 days straight they tried to do all their posts. I was like, guys, it doesn't work like that. So when you see there 3 to 5 times a week on Facebook, 25 to 30 on Twitter, 3 to 5 on LinkedIn, 3 to 5 on Instagram, 5 times on Pinterest. YouTube is for your midterm and your finals, and then your website, your WordPress website, because that will be everything you do, you will put on your WordPress website, and then you will just send me an on-course message with the link to the post. Okay, so basically you're going to create a blog post, you're going to put your work on your blog post, and then you're just going to send me the link, the URL. All right? So just make sure every week you get your stuff done. And you know what? Things happen, guys, and I understand that. And if something does happen, let me know, but something can happen every week. All right? Cool. And again, it will get easier. I promise you this. And I tell everybody this too because I do it myself. If you want to schedule, if you want to use Hootsuite or Sprout Social, or Buffer, TweetDeck, whatever. If you guys want to schedule some of your tweets, if you want to schedule some of your pins, and things like that, feel free to do that because that's a legitimate form, and we're going to talk about that because I do that myself. All right. Please make sure you connect with me. Because when you guys connect with me on every platform, I'll get a notification, and then I'll come back in and follow you guys back. All right? Google Hangouts, this is the Google Hangout. We're live, we're being recorded, things like that. It's cool. Web video, again, don't freak out, okay? If you've never done a video, it's very easy, okay? If you're Apple, you can shoot your video on this. You can shoot your video on your smartphone, and I'm okay with that. And if you're Apple, use a free software called iMovie to edit your video. If you're on PC, use a free software called Windows Live Movie Maker, and that's the free software to do it. And they're kind of drag and drop, plug and play, and very easy to do. Woo! I talked a lot here. I gotta take a drink. All right, all right. So, your grade. Right here, course structure. Again, it's kind of it's a directed study course. We'll meet, and you guys can ask me questions at any time, but I'm not, you guys are adults, so you guys know it's in red. 99% of the assignments are due besides your final and your midterm, like Sundays at 9 p.m. You'll see most of all the weekly assignments. So I try to make it really easy for, people because I was working full-time when I was right where you guys are. Like, if you need the weekend to get your blog post done or to do your work, hey, that's easy. Attendance, again, here you go, department writing statement, all that stuff, administrative withdrawal, you guys know that. Cool. And then after that is the schedule. Okay, so every week you see what the Google Hangout topic is, you see what's due, and you see what it is underneath of it. All right. Your blogs. Sometimes I say on your blogs, Like your first blog is due at the end of this week. It's 1,000 words on what you think about social media and hope to learn from the J560 class. Okay? And again, when I give you the word totals, please try to hit within 50 below or above that. Okay? All right. I'm pretty flexible with that, but there's a reason that I'm asking you guys to write some shorter blogs and longer blogs. It helps you become better writers, and it helps you become more succinct writers for social media and new media. Okay. Article reviews. When we have an article review, you guys can use any article you want. Just when you do your blog post and you do your article review, I just want you to put the link in there. That way I can click through and read what it is, or like share it if it's a really good one. Okay. Again, like your fourth blog, 200 words max. That's a short blog, which is due February 21st. Okay. But I say it's on the topic of your choice. All right, so it's due a month from now, and I'm just like, you guys can write 200 words on whatever you want. But again, sometimes I'm saying like, your third blog on any topic about social media, but it just has to be on social media. All right, so that's that. Again, you just have to email me, the link to your blog post. Okay, you don't need to email me the script of anything. Everything is on your WordPress blog. Okay. And I will, here in the next upcoming week, start to follow your WordPress blogs too. You'll see a notification from that. So I've gone over. It's 6:38 because we got a little bit of a late start. But in essence, that's class. It's fun. It's easy. Hopefully, it will get easier for you guys as we go along. Okay. I hope you guys will understand a little bit more about hashtags and how to use this. All of you guys, I'm sure, know how to use social media. Y'all have Facebook, Twitter, this, that. People vary in what platforms they have, but the basis and the basics of social media is the same across each platform. It's just a message and how you disseminate it. Okay, so what you'll get out of this class hopefully will be, hey, it's cool, it's fun, and it can be business too. All right. So anybody have any questions? Everybody cool?
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
All right. Well, quick class tonight. So I'm going to stop broadcast, and you guys hold on a second because we'll go back into the waiting room. Okay. So that's it for week 1. My name is Ben Reisinger. You can find me online. Google me. You can find me anywhere. And thank you for being with us. And next week we will talk more social media and J560. Bye.
Thank you.